What's up, everybody? Hey, remember it was Richard Nixon. I think it was Richard Nixon or Senator Monahan or one of them, where they were trying to say, black women, black people are abusing welfare. They used to always say black women. He said black women. But like I keep telling you, like I always say, everybody comes to America for some form of welfare. If not, they would stay in their own country. And they know they're not going to be treated like black people. That's one of the main reasons. They know no matter how bad they're doing in their country, that when they come to America, they got somebody that they can look down on, that they can say they're better than. Remember that. If not, they will stay in their own country. But like I said, everybody comes to America for some form of welfare, some form of some government program that helps them get on their feet. And like I was saying, like you always talk about, like early immigrants came to America. Who paid for them to come over here? That was some form of welfare. They couldn't pay for it. They were supposed to be poor. Remember, they was poor in a poor country. Their country was supposed to be poor. But now you hear later that it wasn't poor. But the main reason you say immigrants came to America for a better way of life. That's what they came to America for. Black people didn't come to America for a better way of life. A better way of life was built on black people back. But like I said, everybody comes to America for some form of welfare. Like I said, who paid their rent? How'd they pay their rent? They didn't have a job when they got here. You see that taking place right now with the people that's coming over here from Europe now, from Ukraine and stuff like that. They get some form of welfare. And when they say black women was supposed to get welfare, she can't have a man in the house. Farmers got welfare, and they ain't have to kick their wife out. And these people that's come over there now with children, they ain't, and they wasn't married. What's up with that? You got all these people over here come over here from Europe right now with babies, and they not married. How's that happening? I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not knocking them. I'm just trying to say, everybody try to say black people are on the face of welfare. Poverty was put on black people. Poverty was put on black people in this country. Those immigrants that come to America, poverty was put on them by their country, and they're allowed to come to America to fix their poverty. Black Americans don't have another country to go to. Black Americans don't have another country to go to fix our poverty. We're here. But everybody come here, and they get placed in front of black people, and they use those jaded and ambiguous terms like people of color. People of color, brown people, colored people, ethnic, inner city, poor people. All these are jaded and ambiguous terms because they could be anybody. But they always use those terms to piggyback off of black people. That's why they say we're here to help black and minorities. We're here to help black and brown people. We're here to help black and people of color. We're here to help black and colored people. Those are all jaded and ambiguous terms because they can be anybody. And like I said, most people that we call people of color, on their paperwork, they're classified as white. Just like Asians fought for the right to be classified as white. Asians didn't want to be called people of color. They wanted to be classified as white. Do a little research, you'll see. But like I was saying, all those people that we call people of color, on their paperwork, they're classified as white for the most part. Like I said, Hispanic is a new term. It's relatively new. But for the longest, Latinos has Hispanics, Puerto Rican, Mexican, Ecuadorian, they were all classified as white. Even Arabs are classified as white, and we call them people of color. And like I said, all these people that we call people of color are allowed to open businesses in black neighborhoods. How many black businesses do you see in Chinatown? How many black businesses do you see in Washington Heights? That's my case. Everybody gets a free ride by using that term, people of color. People of color, colored people, urban, ethnic, inner city, poor people, and minorities. That could be anybody. That doesn't specify anybody. Black is very specific. Like I be arguing with these dudes on TikTok. They be talking about we not black. Black is very specific. I know I'm not black. But slavery, Jim Crow, segregation, 400 years of plain ignorance was very specific. It wasn't imposed on people of color. It was not imposed on Puerto Ricans or Dominicans or Ecuadorians. It was imposed on black people. It was very specific. It was very specific. So when you try to correct those problems that was handed to people that was very specific, you putting everybody in the pot when you say people of color or colored people. What's up, everybody? Like always, pushing my book, Corner Stores in the Middle of the Block. Don't beat your children or they'll turn out like me. And Agitation Gets the Dirt Out. That's 3 books of poetry, and my hook book is called Pretty Ugly, a Harlem Situation. You can use Cash App to get a copy. $1 Brad Bathgate. Inbox me if you want to know more about him.